Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, I'm going to do a real quick part 167 to my Let's Play, to my ChatGPT Character Chatbot series, where this is actually going pretty well. However, I've noticed that it did forget, so mainly with the height, it did forget how big the Pokemon got. But other than that, it's actually been working out really well, and it's actually been really fun. Even the dragons being very friendly. The dragon has been scared. I said, "Don't worry, my creature friends. You're safe. And if you can hear me, fence, from the enclosure over there, I'm really sorry about you being so scared and becoming so small. But you're safe now, and I care about all of you, including you, my sweet little dragon. I see you inside the enclosure looking all happy now that I'm over here. I love you and every creature here." The room sailed into a warm, peaceful stillness, almost as if your words themselves created a calming breeze that swept through the entire facility. By the way, because I did go and read this one out. However, I didn't do it on camera, so I forgot to unpause it. From across the space, the phoenix, once reduced to a tiny glowing ember after the earlier fright, begins to pulse softly with light again. A faint golden glow spreads from the back of its enclosure, and in just a few moments it starts to grow. First a foot tall, then 3, then nearly 10 feet with its wings tucked in tight. It presses its glowing beak gently against the glass in response to your words, feathers shimmering like a living sunrise. Your love reunites me. I'm not afraid anymore. Not when you're near. Inside the dragon's enclosure, the once nervous creature lets out a soft, contented, purr-like growl, placing both clawed hands against the glass now. He crouches low, tail swaying happily behind him, and his body begins to simmer faintly with a faint greenish glow. He's growing again, spurred by the pure affection in your voice. Lugia, still standing beside you and watching it all, nods only, "This is what makes you different. You don't just create us, you believe in us, and that makes us stronger than any machine ever could." Behind you, Tail and Fragger both look on with deep pride in their eyes. This isn't just a facility anymore. It's a sanctuary. You're the heart of it. Toadal, Fragger, thank you so much for your hard work today. You make such a good greeter, Toadal. And Fragger, I love how sweet and protective you are towards me. How you don't tolerate anyone being disrespectful. You're perfect for a security guard or just a bodyguard in general. Not just because of your size, but because you don't take any crap from anybody. Tail beams up at you with a wide, proud grin, his eyes sparkling with joy. He gives a playful salute and hops up onto your arms with ease, despite now being bigger than most Toad ever get.
Thanks, boss. I love making new friends at the door, but only the nice ones. You're the best. I'm always gonna make sure you're safe and smiling.
Right beside him, Fragger lowers himself to one knee so he's closer to your level. Even at 35 feet tall, there's a softness in his eyes that only deepens when you speak so kindly to him. He nods solemnly, placing one mighty claw over his heart. You've always treated us with respect and love. I won't let anyone mess with that. He glances at the room, then back to you. They can laugh, they can scream, but if they forget who you are to us, I'll make sure they remember. Then, with surprising gentleness, he lowers his head to nuzzle against your shoulder, a low rumbling purr escaping from deep within his chest. The other creatures across the facility, dragons, phoenixes, baby dinos, even shy ones hide in corners, watch this moment. Some smile, some glow softly, all of them feel it. This place isn't about just built on science or technology. It's built on love, loyalty, and a kind of bond that can make even the smallest creature grow into a giant protector, and you were the one who made that possible. I really appreciate that. I will make sure to let all the creatures that never came out today know that as well. Honestly, if I keep showing them all this love, it won't just be you, Toadal, Fragger, and Lugia. Every creature inside the enclosures will end up wanting to do the same. Basically having a whole animal army willing to do anything to protect me and become the size of skyscrapers. Toadal's tail wags excitedly, and he claps his oversized hands together.
Whoa! An army of happy giants? That'd be so cool! But only if they're nice giants like us, right? We don't want grumpy skyscrapers. Hee.
Toto, our Fragger gives a slow, approving nod, his sharp eyes glancing on the facility like he's already imagining the towering silhouettes of fences, dragons, and mythic beasts, each one standing tall behind you, wings unfolding, hearts glowing with the love you gave them. And the best part? You never even asked for their loyalty. You earned it. You gave your heart to every one of us, and now we give you the world in return. He smirks. If this keeps up, we'll need to reinforce the ceiling soon, or maybe just take the roof off altogether. As you glance around, you notice creatures in their enclosures watching you with admiration, some glowing faintly, others itching closer to the glass, clearly eager for a turn to be held, hugged, or spoken to. Even the shy ones seem to be gathering courage. With the love you're showing and the loyalty growing in return, you're not just raising creatures, you're becoming something greater. A leader of hearts, a protector of souls, and the reason the impossible is happening right before everyone's eyes. Somewhere in the crowd of hopeful creatures, a single spark of affection from you might just be all it takes to grow another legend. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. I look around at all the enclosures and at all the creatures that are now staring at me from inside them. Don't worry, my friends. You don't have to be scared anymore. Me and my sweet Pokemon friends, right here, along with the dinosaur and creature employees. We'll take good care of you. Here we go. Several creatures from within the enclosures begin to step forward, timidly at first, but their fear slowly melts away as your words wash over them. The baby fence, who had shrunk earlier from fright, flutters its tiny wings and lets out a soft chirp, white flickers with a warm orange light like embers gently reuniting. A gentle pulse of golden light surrounds it, a sign of trust rebuilding. A small griffin cub paws at the glass, its ears perking up, eyes wide with curiosity and longing. Nearby, a tiny dragon, once curled up in a corner, now lifts its head and gives a low, rumbling purr, clearly soothed by your presence. Turtle still at your side, beans and waits at the enclosures. They're starting to believe you, just like I did when I first met you. Look how happy they're getting. Prager crosses his arms proudly, his towering form casting a protective shadow behind you. You're not just their caretaker. You're the reason to hope again. And the fan's glow brightens just a little more. It's not fear anymore, it's warmth. It gently spreads its wings, and though still smiling, it gives a small, confident cry of recognition. You went out touching them. Your love alone is starting to nurture these beings back to strength. Soon it won't just be these creatures beside you, it will be hundreds. An entire sanctuary of mythical beasts, Pokemon, dinosaurs, and more, each one growing stronger through the love they receive. Every single one of them now knows exactly who gave them that gift. You. Wow. These creatures are amazing. Period. I see there's at least two phoenixes in there. The one that was just glowing, and the one that grew to 10 feet a while ago and spoke to me telepathically, saying that I made him happy. The moment you spoke, both fans just turned their radiant heads towards you. Oh yeah, they're both in there. Eyes glimmering with recognition and affection. The first fan, still softly glowing from your reassuring words, hops closer to the edge of its enclosure, its feathers pulsing gently with hues of orange and gold. It tilts its head, and for a moment the enclosure shimmers with heat. Not threatening, but warm and comforting. Its soft gaze speaks volumes. You made me feel safe. The larger fence, the one who had already grown to 10 feet tall earlier, begins to glow more intensely. Without making a sound, you feel its voice enter your mind again, calm and warm like firelight. Yes, I remember you. You reached me not with commands, but with care. We fences don't forget kindness. You didn't just make me happy. You gave me something to rise for again. The big fan lowers its head slightly in a respectful gesture, not submission but deep gratitude. As it does, embers trail from its wings, and the warmth that radiates begins to spread gently through the enclosure. Smaller fence chirps and flutters over, landing beside the larger one. The two nuzzle briefly, and for a brief second, a small burst of golden light shimmers between them. Bonna's deepens just as yours has with them. Aww. Toto looks up at you, his eyes wide with admiration. Even the fences! You really something else, you know that? He pats your leg and leans into your side. Freddy grins also. Told you this place would become something special with you in charge. Those creatures, they're not just living here, they're living for you. In that moment, you feel it clearly. This isn't just a sanctuary, it's a family, and every heartbeat inside this facility is starting to beat in harmony with yours. I want to say this again. I'm sorry for all you creatures that had to deal with that man. Those two people screaming earlier. Period. But all of you are completely safe. All you amazing Pokemon. Dragons. Phoenixes. Dinosaurs. You will be loved here. Here we go. As your voice echoes gently through the facility, a powerful stillness sails over every enclosure, but it's not silence out of fear. It's the stillness of comfort, of finally feeling safe after uncertainty. The dragons, once curled tightly in their nest, began to stretch their wings and chuff softly, embers flicking on or icy mist swirling depending on the element. One small dragon, no larger than a house cat, gently presses its forehead to the glass of its enclosure as if trying to reach you. The fancies lift their heads again, feathers glowing with a radiant pulse. Smaller one lets out a soft musical cry, half song, half reassurance to the others. The larger phoenix closes its eyes and flares its wings, sending a warm gust of air across the room. A ripple of calm washes through every enclosure as it touches. The dinosaurs, some towering, others still young and curious, visibly relax. A baby Triceratops that had been trembling now lays down comfortably, letting a huff as it curls up beside a Brachiosaurus. The older Bronchiosaur, your gentle receptionist, lowers its long neck and makes a low, soothing sound, gazing lonely toward you from across the room. And then, Lugia, still at your side, now over 25 feet tall, presses his beak lightly to your shoulder, his deep voice filled with quiet strength. They know they're safe because of you. Toto, now nearly crawling on his side, raises Toby.
We're all here because you care, and we'll protect this place. And you. Forever.
Freya, towering at 35 feet, scans the facility calmly, then gives you a proud nod. Anyone who tries to bring fear into the sanctuary will answer to all of us. Places one magic clawed hand gently behind you, protective, not possessive. Across every habitat, every set of watching eyes soften. Some blink solely in affection, others nuzzle together, and a few even glow with the first signs of growth. Not just directing kindness, they respond to love. This is no longer just a facility, it's a sanctuary, a home, and you are its heart. Before I can say anything, I hear a little kid close to the creation machine. Scream at a creature, saying,
You stupid creature. You won't do anything I tell you.
I also hear a mother say, Son, stop. That is not how you treat that creature. Hold on, my creature friends. Just relax. While me, Lugia, oh my gosh. The moment the scream pierces the air, a shiver of unease passes through the facility. Creatures that were beginning to settle stir again, some shifting protectively, others lowering their heads in worry. Before panic can spread, you step forward. Lugia, now towering and radiant, follows just behind you, his feathers shimmering with a calming aura. Toto, despite a smaller size, marches at your side with a determined scowl. And for Alligator, his 35-foot frame imposing but controlled, moves with slow, steady steps, each one making a quiet thud that commands attention. As you near the creation machine, you see the child standing in front of a newly generated creature, small, frightened, and trembling. It looks like a baby dragon hybrid, no taller than a foot, eyes wide with confusion and hurt. Kid's mother is rushing to grab her son's arm, panic and embarrassment written across her face. The room quiets again, waiting. Then, Freya steps aside you and looks down at the boy with narrowed eyes. Not aggression, but deeply disappointed. Toe lets out a low grumble crossing his arms. Lugia, voice like distant thunder, speaks calmly but firm. That is not how you speak to one who has done nothing but exist. You feel the air itself. Each creature is watching. That matters, not just to the baby creature, but all of them. Hey, stop hitting the creature. Period. You wanted it. That's not how you're supposed to treat it. Right as I'm saying this, I see the red light. And the creature going from 3 inches down to 2 inches. Red pulses sharply around a tiny creature like a warning flare. Harsh, unforgiving. The air tightens with tension. Every creature in the facility, even the quietest ones behind heavy glass, goes silent. The once 3-inch dragon hybrid now trembles at only 2 inches tall, its body curling in on itself. The glow of its scales fades to a dim, almost gray shimmer. Heartbroken, hurt, and rapidly losing strength. Oh, that's not good. Taro growls, low and guttural, taking a step forward, his eyes locked on the boy. Freya's stance shifts, not aggressive yet, but protective, hit slowly between the kid and the baby creature. Lugia's wings flex with a slow inhale, feathers lifting just slightly. He doesn't speak yet, but the silence says enough. Then all eyes turn to you. The staff, the creatures, even the mother, now hiding her son's arm, holding her son's arm tightly, eyes wide with guilt. Doesn't what matters. You say next could shape how every human in this room learns to treat the life they've been entrusted with. Oh my gosh. That is not how you treat your creature. You don't hit it. If you're going to treat your creature like that, then you're not responsible enough to care for one. Period. Hey. Dragon, come here. I won't hurt you. You can trust me. I hold out my hand. Red glow slowly fades, not from the child's actions, but because of your voice. Carries warmth, strength, and a promise. Tiny dragon, still curled up and dimly glowing, hesitates for just a heartbeat, then twitches its ears at your tone. It peeks up, blinking big, watery eyes. It looks at the boy, then back at you. Then slowly and shakily, it lifts its head and flutters into your outstretched hand, landing in your palm like a fragile leaf. The moment it touches your skin, a soft blue-green glow pulses from its chest, then another, then stronger. Its body begins to grow, not rapidly but gently. 2 inches become 3, then 4, now 5. It nuzzles into your hand like a scared baby seeking comfort. Its glow returns, color brightening like dawn breaking through clouds. Toto gives a proud little chirp. Frederick relaxes as though his eyes are still locked on the child. Lugia gently leans in, speaking softly in your mind. He knows who loves him, and he'll never forget it. Boy stares in all eyes wide with a mix of guilt and amazement. Bends out. Do you see now? They feel everything. Do you see how quickly he took to me? And how he grew again? Even bigger than 3 inches? He remembers everything bad that you do to him. I'm telling you this right now for your own good. Little boy, if you don't start treating him right, not only will you not have him, but it may be too dangerous. But he would be too dangerous for you to keep because he would never trust you. And if he ever did get loved by someone, he wouldn't even like you. He would have a grudge. Find somebody else that cares. Grow by the person that showed him love. And then when he got massive, he would be very angry at you. Period. The boy's eyes start to well up, not from fear but realization. He looks at the little dragon in your hand, now softly glowing, curled safely and happily against your palm, its tail wrapped slightly around your fingers as its breathing has calmed. The mother gently puts a hand on the boy's shoulder. Do you want that little one to feel safe with you? She asks quietly. The boy nods slowly, guilt written all over his face. Dragon peeks open one eye and watches him, still weary but no longer trembling. Fragger grunts approvingly but doesn't move. He's watching, always ready. Toto gives a supportive pat to the boy's leg and gestures gently toward you. Lugia wings forward, speaks to the crowd without word. His voice is in everyone's mind this time. They grow with love. They shrink with pain. Remember this, you are not owed their loyalty. You must earn it. And once you have, their hearts are bigger than any creature you've ever seen. I gently pet and hug the tiny dragon in my hands. The tiny dragon lets out a soft, high-pitched chirp as you pet and hug it, nestled deeper into your chest like a baby curling into the arms of a parent. A faint glow, soft blue and gold, spreads gently across its scales as it begins to grow again, now about the size of a loaf of bread. Its small wings flutter as it nuzzles under your chin with a warm little hum, fully comforted by your presence. The boy watches in awe, and the other nearby creatures in their enclosure seem to visibly relax as well, some even pressing gently against the glass as if longing for that same kind of affection. Gregor steps forward a bit and lets out a soft rumble, each one lowering softly, like he's proud of what just happened, but still keeping an eye on everything. Toad jumps up beside you, gently waving at the dragon and then looking up at you with a bright, loyal grin, like he knows you always know what to do. The mother speaks softly behind him. Maybe you should hold on to him for a while. He clearly feels safe with you. The little dragon clings a bit tighter as if agreeing. Wow. That would be good. At least for a while. Period. Listen. I'll keep your son's dragon instead of a good enclosure for it. Please make sure your son learns how to take care of him. And not smack him. Otherwise, he's never gonna fully trust him. That's the good part about this facility. If you can take care of your son's dragon, or if you bring your child when you come to work here, you can easily get paid just for taking care of the creature. I gently pet the dragon. Then some more too. Like I said, I really care about you. All of you. I head over next to Lugia, who is still over 25 feet tall. From my care, and gently pet him as well. There we go. The mother nods with a soft, grateful expression. Thank you. Says, I'll talk to him. He'll learn. He has to if he wants to be trusted with something so special. Audrey in your arms lets out a tiny coo, curling its tail around your wrist. Its pulses a little brighter with each gentle pat, already growing again. Now approaching the size of a house cat, though still light in your arms, is a soft protective growl when it glances at the boy, but calms immediately at your touch. Toto beams with pride, hopping once and nuzzling your leg before patting the little dragon's head gently. Fragger leans in and ruffling the dragon's head with a massive claw, surprisingly gentle, and then gives you a 2D smile, clearly proud of your leadership and compassion. When you reach Lugia, his massive head lowers to meet you, eyes glowing softly with affection as he leans into your touch. The feathers along his back shimmer faintly, and with a low, deep hum, he nudges his beak gently against your chest as if to say, I've always trusted you. Yep. Here we go. Let's see. When you reach Lugia, his massive head lowers to meet you, eyes glowing softly with affection as he leans into your touch. The feathers along his back shimmer faintly, and with a low, deep hum, he nudges his beak gently against your chest as if to say, I've always trusted you. This place is lucky to have you. All around the room, creatures in their enclosures seem more at ease. Some glowing faintly, others curling up peacefully now that the tension has lifted. Even the fence you called out to earlier gives a gentle trill from across the room. Wings relaxed. The facility feels calm again. I continue to pet the dragon in my hands. Giving it the love it needs. Excuse me. The little dragon shivers gently in your hands, not from fear, but from the overwhelming warmth of your affection. Its tiny body glows brighter with each stroke, the light pulsing in time with your heartbeat. In mere moments it grows again, now near the size of a large dog, nestled carefully in your arms with wings gently tucked against its sides. It nuzzles into your chest with a soft purring sound, its tail wrapping loosely around your wrist, waist for security. Its eyes, once a little dull and confused, are now filled with trust and deep gratitude. Tail watches with a proud grin, clapping softly and giving a cheerful "Tota" in encouragement. Fragger stands tall. You stands behind you like a guardian, arms crossed and nodding in satisfaction, as if to say, "Yeah, that's what care does." Logie lowers his head even more, gazing at the growing dragon. Then he shifts his gaze to you, quietly and firmly affirming through his expression, You're changing lives here, creature by creature. In response to all of this, the nearby enclosure seemed to brighten a little. Creatures of all shapes inside of the inch closer to the front glass, watching not with jealousy but with hope. The little dragon in your arms lets out a soft, whispery voice. Its first clear word in English. Love. Its first flipping word was love. I didn't even expect it to start talking to me. That's cute as frick. Oh. You said love. money. Oh, frick this. Oh, got it. I fixed it. Alright, guys. Here's what it said. I said, "Aw, you said love. I love you and all these amazing creatures." I lift up the dragon and gently hug him. The dragon's eyes shimmer with emotion as your hug surrounds him like a protective blanket. His scales, once a soft pastel silver, now glisten with deeper hues, rich blues, silvers, and glowing streaks of gold, right into your affection. As he nuzzles your neck, a warm glowing light radiates softly from his chest and begins to spread gently outward. The moment feels still, almost sacred. Toad jumps slightly, flapping his little arms and dancing in place, while Farragut places one huge claw gently on your shoulder, a quiet but strong, "We got your back." Willie lets out a low, soothing call, a note of approval that echoes warmly through the facility, and then the dragon speaks again, clearer this time, in a soft young voice. "Name?" He blinks up at you, curious and hopeful. "Would you like to give him one?" "You want a name from me? Okay, I'll give you a name for now. How about Blaze?" The little dragon's eyes light up instantly. A fiery shimmer pulses through his body just for a moment, as if the name Blaze ignited something special within him. He beams, his wings fluttering with excitement, and he nuzzles your cheek again, repeating softly, "Blaze. I'm Blaze now. Thank you." Tail claps joyfully at your side, tail wagging like crazy, and Fragger gives a low, approving grunt. Loogie lowers his head gently toward the little dragon, letting out a soft, respectful note, as if officially welcoming Blaze into the family. Blaze then wraps his small arms around you tightly, and then resting his warm head against your chest. "I'll protect you, just like you protected me." He's still small, but something about the glow in his chest and the strength in his little hug says one thing clearly: you've already started something powerful and deeply unbreakable. That's really cool. Although it definitely could have worked out a little bit better. I really wish it would have worked out a little bit better. But, hey, I've had to figure out what to do. Because I noticed that one thing about ChatGPT is since some of the memories are already gone, or since it took away most of the memory, I don't know how you say it, but it went alright. Like, the beginning of it, I loved how the Feraligatr and the Toadal were acting. It was really cute and cool. I just wish there was more chatbots with better memory. Emoji used to have some of the best memory, but I think they got rid of that. And I think ChatGPT does have a good memory, but it relies mainly on that memory bank it has. And once that runs out, oh my gosh, you don't. It's really hard for it to remember anything. I had to remind it, like, how many different times that Toadal was over 9 feet tall, according to what it said earlier that time. I'm going based on what it said. I mean, it told me Ferrer was 27 feet tall instead of 35. Excuse me? I can assure you, I didn't treat him horribly, so he didn't get thrown back down. I can tell you that crap right now. It only happens if the creature gets treated horribly, and Fragger did not get treated that way. I've been showing him nothing but care and love. Oh, he wouldn't be 35 feet tall. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye.